Yeah, hey friend, I'm excited to announce a new series called Tech Tuesdays. A name, by the way, which I'm borrowing from pinkbike.com, a biking website I did some video work for in high school. By the way, I'm excited to talk about gear.
Excuse me. Filmmaking is about storytelling. It's not about gear.
Well, he's kind of got a point. And until this point, I've been really focused on storytelling, and that's what I still am going to be focused on. But you know, every once in a while, it's kind of fun to be able to talk about tools of the trade. And I get a lot of questions about gear questions that I usually don't respond to be really honest with you. In this first episode, I'm going to look at some of the questions I've been getting a lot of lately, so it's more of a Q&A. And then I'm also going to address the questions that were asked on my year in review video. Let's dive in. First, when I was gone, mail came. So these are some fancy 290 kilowatt hour V-mount batteries from Gen Energy. These are incredible batteries, and I got them to use with my Aputure 300D. Let me show you this. There's one, two. That's the controller for this. But now with these two batteries, I have a portable lighting setup, which is insanely powerful. And these are some really great high capacity batteries that are apparently shockproof. Let's find out if they broke. Okay, they work. They've got some smart onboard computers that help power management and charging. They've got USB ports, so you could be that cool friend on a road trip that keeps your friends' phones powered forever. But I'm psyched about this setup. But the 300D is an incredible light. I first saw it at NEB last year, and I knew I had to get my hands on it, and now I've got the dream setup as far as portable, incredibly powerful light. I've been using it on a ton of client projects so far, excited to use the V-mounts. Another question I've been getting a lot of is this setup right here. I've got just the 120D right here with a softbox on it, and that creates the gorgeous soft light. It's got a grid on it, so that way the light kind of falls on my face and doesn't spill onto the background too much. I've got a tiny little LED over there that's doing some fill. But the magic as well is I've got that LS1 doing a rim light on my shoulders here. So if I turn this off, you can really see the rim come off and on. And that's the 120D right there, my big source. This is the ticket right here. If you're gonna get one thing, I'd get the 120D with a softbox and pop it nice and close like this. Then I've got the 12mm Summilux on the GH5 at 1.8 to 2.2, somewhere in there. I've got my small HD focus right here so I can see what's going on. And I just reach forward, set my focus. Got the Rode NTG3 above me. I've actually mounted all this stuff to the ceiling, so if you want me to explain how I did that, I can make a video about that as well. Another thing I've been getting asked a lot is what this handle setup is for my Zhiyun crane. Basically, I attach it to the bottom here, and it gives me a second handle and a mount for my small HD focus. I'll put the parts list for this in the description below. It's basically just a standard top handle with NATO rail mount attached to a NATO rail on the bottom. And then this handle's the funky one. It comes in a kit for the GH5 where this protects over top of the XLR mount and this attaches in that funny angle there. And what this allows me to do is put a small NATO rail right there and attach this like that so you get the dual handle thing going on. I'm not convinced this is the best setup, but I've been getting asked what this setup is, so I'll put links below. Then I just screw in the included tripod into the bottom there and attach it on the crane like that. Okay, now let's dive into answering some questions for my 2017 year in review video. The feedback on that video just made me happy to be a YouTuber. Like it was cool. Like that's what this is about. Just being able to share the journey, share the work, and interact with people like you and just share kind of in the process. The first question wasn't a question, it was a statement, and that is 4K doesn't suck, your computer does, which is a very true statement. I was editing on a mid-2013 iMac, if that means anything to you. Scott's asking, what program are you using to do the drawings? For example, the pie diagram. I'm actually just using my iPad Pro. I use an app called Procreate, which is a great drawing application. It's kind of like mobile Photoshop. Essentially what I do is I just take my Apple Pencil, I screen record, so I turn screen recording on. I just draw on the screen like that, whatever my title is gonna be. Then I take that into my editing software, set the blending mode to screen, and that allows me to see the drawing actually happen on the video. And then I'll often speed ramp and do some other fun little things. And other people have asked, how do I do the 3D tracking? That is done in Adobe After Effects. Literally, you just solve a 3D camera by adding the 3D camera effect, just putting that in there, making it a 3D object. I've got a whole tutorial on that as well. Just wondering what's happening with the film workshop idea. The idea is alive and well. I'm really passionate about teaching. I get asked a lot of questions about how I create the outdoor films that I do. And it's challenging to answer some of those in videos that are actually practically helpful. What I love most is doing that face-to-face. So I've been trying to figure out this year how to do in-person workshops. Those are definitely still in plan to happen. Just need to figure out some details. It's gonna happen and it will be amazing. A lot of people agreed that their editing workflows with 4K was real tough. A lot of people asked why I didn't use proxies. They clearly didn't watch the video because I say that I use proxies. Some people were saying, hey man, you should just like bump up your YouTube production. I agree. It's been a theme where every 3 months or so for the past 2 years, I get to a point where I'm like, hey, now I can focus more on YouTube. And then stuff always comes up or I need to make more income and it's just never worked out. But I'm gonna focus more on YouTube. I care about this a lot. I feel like I've been slacking as far as creating stuff that I actually truly want to make for you. And I'm gonna step that up this year.